Good day, everyone. This is Lynn Curry. I'm the president of RLA USA, and we are the U.S. division which provides the spa consulting services for resources for leisure assets. I'm so delighted to be with you today, and I wish I was there in person because I love being in Costa Rica so much, and I would love to meet all of you. But I'd like to thank the Costa Rican Tourism Board for having us and for letting us provide a few bits of information through some short video clips. So this is going to be about 10 or 12 minutes of information about designing your spa. And there are some very key points to designing that are really important in the initial stages. And I wanted to make sure that we go over all of that with you today. Whether you're designing a new build or whether you're renovating an old building or whether you're doing something out of doors where you might not even need a building, it's very, very important to design the flow correctly. There are so many opportunities to create special places, and not all of them have to be in a building that has all these special features. A lot of it can be out of doors, or as long as you have views to the out of doors. It's really important to the guest that they get to experience the out of doors because that really truly contributes to the wellness experience. And this is what most of the spa market is wanting to see today, and that's what they're wanting to experience. So again, back to including the outdoors is a very imperative part of this. If you have areas on your property that are unique and different and can be actually made use of, this becomes an integral part of your wellness experience. And there's an ROI on that because guests will want to use that facility and they'll want to use those areas and they'll want to take a lot of pictures and a lot of selfies as well. If there are areas away from the property, maybe they require a guided hike, or maybe they require special equipment to get there. These are adventures that guests also want to have. Guests are truly wanting the adventure and the exercise and the fitness to be part of that wellness experience, which these are the things that Costa Rica offers, and these are the things that can make your spa very, very special and attract even more of a US and European market. Spa flow is a very, it's very easy to understand as we talk about it in this video, but it's a little more difficult when you're actually designing because you don't know what the building parameters are. So in a perfect world, you have this spa flow that starts with your reception area. And from the reception area, this is a very high pedestrian traffic area within the hotel and resort. From here, guests can be escorted to their locker rooms. And in their locker rooms is where they then are given their lockers and their robes and their changing rooms. And this is where they can talk to their friends and get ready for their treatments, and they can walk into the relaxation area after they've been in the locker. This flow, I'm showing you the women's flow for this moment here. But after a guest is in the women's or the men's relaxation area, they go into a co-ed relaxation area to wait for the therapist to come and get them. And this is a really important part of the process, not just for the guest experience, but it's important for the guests to be conveniently able to find their guest, for the therapist to find their guest, bring them to the treatment spaces. So from these relaxation areas, the therapist would then escort the guest to the treatment rooms, which is shown in the purple arrow there. The guest would have free reign to go into the co-ed outdoor areas and the outdoor opportunities. So up in the top right of this bubble diagram, that area can be your spa garden, your thermal waters, an outdoor nature preserve. It can be anything that incorporates the outdoor that the guest is wanting to experience. This is also a great way to increase the revenue just because guests will want to come and take part in this because guests are not wanting 1 hour on a treatment table. They are buying several hours of relaxation opportunity. That's the whole key behind the designing the spa is to give the guest that great experience, to give operations a very easy way to operate the facility without you know, schlepping great big carts through the whole spa, and it provides something special where you can show off your country and your region of the country where the spa would be a very big draw for those guests. On the top left of this slide is the back of house area of the spa, and we'll talk about that in a minute as we think of how to go about designing the spa. And we have multiple areas that are very, very important to consider before you actually start even designing your spa. 3 areas. The first is your back of house. The second is your reception. And the third is your outdoor opportunity. These 3 areas are very important to discuss and consider before the design is even thought about. And I am willing to say that the back of house area in the top left here is one of the most important areas to consider because so many linens are utilized in the spa. No matter how careful we want to be with laundry and operations, we will always use a lot of it in the spa. So it's important to identify where on the property we have our hotel laundry, we have the spa entrance with the area with the most pedestrian traffic, and we have that outdoor component. Those are the things to identify when you have the start of a building or a schematic design done. So after you have the schematic, go back to this bubble diagram because it really does show the way the flow should be. Because you have the flow of the bubble diagram and have a clear understanding of where you want everything to be, then you have to look at the zoning document. And this is too small for you to read, but this is a very large document that has every single area of the spa and its square meters that are required for every location, for the numbers of lockers, the number of treadmills, the number of treatment rooms, and the types of treatment rooms. This zoning document will provide the architects with a tool of what the spa needs. The zoning document that we've just been talking about is, the diagram that we just talked about and the bubble diagram, that's how you will then lay out this whole area. So it's really important to have the bubble diagram and the zoning document work together. Then we can get more creative and the fun part with thinking about what kind of reception area we want and thinking about every part of the spa and the guest's journey through each of those areas, what kind of retail area we want, and maybe even consider utilizing some of the outdoors to create a spa reception area and treatment rooms where every part of the spa is incorporating some of the outdoors. Because of your unique location and because of the draw, people want to be outside. They want to be in this gorgeous, gorgeous environment. So operable windows are important. View windows. You don't have to have dark treatment rooms. You might want to consider some specialty equipment like not just treatment tables, but also sand tables, for example, or a tub in the rooms. You might want to consider a Vichy shower in an outdoor environment that could be pretty spectacular and very special and provide a guest with a very unique experience. There are lots of outdoor design ideas for how to do treatment rooms outdoors. There are wonderful thermal pools that can be incorporated into the building, indoors and out. The fitness rooms can be also created with a very, very outdoor component and a feeling of the local environment. This is, again, very important to make guests feel like they are in Costa Rica the entire time that they're in their spa. Involving the outside is wonderful, and very often equipment for the outdoors isn't as expensive as maybe some of the indoor specialty treatment equipment. Again, when it comes right down to it, what guests are really seeking is they are seeking and wanting a day of relaxation or a half a day of relaxation. They're not purchasing 1 hour on a treatment table. What else can you offer them that will make them feel special and make them understand and know the region and the culture that they're going to experience? These are things that are very important, especially with so much history in the wellness business that Costa Rica has and offers. So when you're designing, bring the local the local flair, bring the outdoor flair inside, make the spaces feel like they belong there, and even consider spaces that don't require a building and don't require special equipment. Maybe it's something very simple like this picture, which I love, where somebody is truly having a wellness experience sitting here. So there's a checklist that we have for you, and we can provide it for you. Feel free to contact us at our email that is listed here, but we have a whole list of things that you really should consider. And we've covered a couple of them here today. We've covered the architectural zoning document. I showed you a very small picture of that. We've covered some design ideas. We gave a bubble diagram and a facility layout and some ideas for equipment. And there are a lot of things to consider as you pre-open as well, especially staffing and SOP manuals, which we can talk about it in another day. But we're here for you to discuss ways that we can assist you. And this is also a great tool, the Guide to Hydrothermal Spa and Wellness, which we can provide that for you. If you are in the midst of designing your spa now and you're in the stage where you're creating your thermal equipment like steam rooms and saunas and salt rooms and hydrotherapy pools, this guide is something you have to have, and we can get that to you. It's been great to meet you. Again, my name is Lynn. I'm with RLA USA, and I'm very grateful that we had the chance to talk today, and I look forward to seeing you again. Please feel free to contact us. Have a wonderful day and pura vida.